Good morning, and welcome to Daily Disciplines. You say, wow, you sound like you're really ready for the day, Skip. I am. I've got some more reasons why people procrastinate, and maybe today you'll find you in the midst of these. Difficult. People sometimes procrastinate because the task is difficult. It's hard. In fact, it seems too hard. We naturally tend to avoid difficult things in favor of those which seem easy to us. And that is a reason why some procrastinate. There's another one. It has to do with time. There are people who say, well, it's too time-consuming. The task will take large blocks of time. I don't have large blocks of time, and so they're unavailable to me. Therefore, I don't want to move ahead with that task because. And so we just don't do it. We put it off. Now, the interesting thing is that the large blocks of time that are required are not going to get any shorter when we put it off. In fact, the complication of the process of putting it off means that it'll probably take even larger blocks of time when we finally get to it. But that doesn't seem to stop the procrastination. The lack of knowledge or skills sometimes causes people to procrastinate. No one wants to make mistakes. Nobody has ever said to me in counseling, Skip, what I'd really like to do is just mess up all the time. None of us want to make mistakes. We know how it feels when we make mistakes. It's not a pleasant feeling, and so we don't want to. And when we feel like we don't have the knowledge or skill to proceed, we tend to procrastinate, because if we go ahead, we will make mistakes. We just want to wait until we know enough to start. Procrastination in that case, however, is going to be a long time, because we'll never know everything we need to know. So at some point in time, we just got to start, whether we know it all or not. The next one is a major reason for procrastination. It comes under the general category of fear. And there are lots of things that people fear. One of them is the fear of failure. At some point in time, I think we'll invest some time here on the Daily Disciplines to talk more about failure, because it is something that impacts our lives day by day, and our thinking about it and how we approach it and what we perceive failure to be. But for right now, if you are scared that a particular piece of a job or a situation or a relationship isn't going to turn out well, then you may avoid working on it in order to avoid the feeling of fear of failure that comes along with it. Interestingly enough, there's another fear that stands almost in direct opposition to the fear of failure, and that's the fear of success. And sometimes fear of success causes us to procrastinate. Some procrastinators fear that if they start working at their full capacity, they will turn into workaholics. And when they become workaholics, they're not going to have very many friends, and it will affect all sorts of relationships in their lives. And we build a tremendous case about all of this, and it has to do with the fear that they may become successful and not be able to handle it. There's a third area of fear, and that's of losing our own sense of being in control. Some people delay projects as a way of maintaining their independence. When they receive an assignment, they procrastinate as a way of saying, you can't tell me what to do. I'll do it my way when I want to do it. So there. You say, Skip, do people really do that? People really do that. There is one other area of fear, and that's the fear of being alone that sometimes causes us to procrastinate. People sometimes procrastinate because they want to feel constantly connected to other people. And if they proceed with this particular job or task or endeavor, they feel that it will end the connection with people. Therefore, if I procrastinate on this endeavor, I can maintain connection. It's a faulty way of thinking. It's fearful. It's destructive. but it is nevertheless where some are. So what about you? Did you find yourself today? I did. And if you didn't find you, I got some more tomorrow. Have a great day. We'll talk again soon.